looking at multiplication. What you are doing is you are taking the term in front of the bracket. What is in front of my bracket?
3.
So I'm taking 3, and you're multiplying it by everything inside the bracket. How many things are inside the bracket? How many terms? Right, so we have to take 3 and multiply it by x. Okay, what is 3 times x? How would you write 3 times x? 3x, good. And then we're taking the 3 again, because it's in front of the bracket, and you're multiplying it by what? No. Positive 4. That will tell you what sign to put as your final answer. So what is 3 times positive 4? Positive. That's it. That's the final answer. All you're doing is expanding this. Now, instead of simplifying, before we were making it shorter, now we're making it larger. Not larger, sorry. We're making it longer, not larger. What is 5 times what? What am I multiplying it by? 2x. I'm asking Renata, what's 5 times 2x? Pardon? 10x. Good. Raise your hand if you got that as the first part. Now we're taking 5 and we're multiplying it by negative 1. Good. What is positive times a negative? Negative 5. That's the answer. That's it.
Which one? What number?
So we have to do, we're doing C. So we're doing 2 times
Oh, I got it.
negative 3x. So it would be negative 6x. And then 2 times what?
Plus 5.
2 times positive 5 is what? What's 2 times 5? Positive 10. Okay, so what term is in front of the bracket this time, Maurice? What's in front of the bracket? A 6. I need to take the 6 and I need to multiply it by everything inside the bracket. So the first thing we're multiplying it by is y squared. How do you write 6 times y squared?
6y squared.
Good. Then we have to take the 6 and we have to multiply it by what? No. Negative y. Thank you, Copper. What is negative y?
Negative 6y.
Good. Shh.
Wait, hold up. What?
Daniel, 6 times positive 5 is positive 30. Shh. Yes, 4 times, hold on. So 4 times 2 is 8, x squared. And then what?
4 times negative 8x. Negative 32x.
Perfect. And then?
And then 4 times positive 1 is positive 4.
I got that.
Beautiful. Just think about what we've been doing. We are multiplying. Whenever there's brackets and there's a term in front of the bracket, we know that we have to take that term and multiply it by the term inside the bracket, correct?
Yes.
So we're going to do the easy part. You already know that when you have 2x times 3x squared, we're not going to deal with the variables right now. What's 2 times 3?
6.
Okay, now, shh. Okay, we are now taking x and we have to multiply it by x squared. You haven't done this yet. You haven't had a variable in front of the bracket. I want you to put an imaginary 1 here. This is x to the power of 1. There's no number, it's to the power of 1. My exponent is 1, and then my exponent here is that's your exponent, okay? When you are multiplying powers, this is called a power because it has an exponent, with the same base, they both have an x, right?
Yes.
So we write the base, and then you add the exponents, okay? This is confusing because the question is multiplication, but when you're multiplying powers, you write the base, so x, and then you add the exponents. What's 1 plus 2?
3.
Oh.
If there is no exponent, you put a 1. There's an imaginary 1 whenever there's no exponent. You have to imagine a 1 there because you have to add 1.
I get it.
Okay, so let's do the next one. We have 2x to the power of 1 times positive x to the power of 1. What is 2 times, we can put a 1 here. What's 2 times positive 1? 2. Now we have x to the power of 1 times x to the power of 1 is x to the power of 2. Then we have 2x times positive 4. That's easy. There's no variable. There's no power there. What's 2 times 4? Plus 8x. Okay, let's try the next one on your own.
That's a negative.
First step, wherever you don't see an exponent, put a 1. So you remember to add that 1, okay? If there's no exponent, put a 1. Everyone do that right now. So now we are taking negative 4y to the power of 1 times positive y to the power of 2. What is negative 4 times positive 1? Negative 4 times a positive 1 is negative y to the power of 1 times y to the power of 2 is y to the power of, good. Now we're doing negative 4y times negative 2y. What's a negative times a negative?
Yeah.
4 times 2 is y to the power of 1 times y to the power of 1 is y to the power of 2.
I got it.
Good. Negative 4y times positive 3. Negative times a positive is negative. 4 times 3 is 12. And then we have to put the y. Raise your hand if that's what you got as your final answer. 3, because we have to imagine, I said whenever there's no exponent, put a 1. Put a 1. Okay, what's the second part then? 5k.
This is on the test tomorrow?
Yep. 5k times positive 2k is
10K.
positive 10k to the power of, good. 5,
Negative 20K.
negative 20k. Correct.
You got K.